3, 2, 1. What's up everybody, I'm Mear and welcome back to another episode on the VentureKraft Vanilla server, and today is gonna be a little bit of a different one because we are gonna do a Q&A. In the background you'll see some footage of me just lighting up caves because I need to get the rates of the creeper farm up because they are extremely terrible. I get like 5 an hour before I start it, and I hope to get it up to at least like 20 should be fine. Yeah, okay, on to the first question, which is, would you try and do streaming? And I've answered this in the past, but in my current situation with all this schoolwork I have, I can't really fit in streaming on a regular schedule, and if it's not regular it wouldn't be that often. So I don't like to do streaming right now, but if I want to do it in the future, oh yeah, please, I would love to go streaming. But with my current schedule and all the things going on in my life, I can't just do that. I hope that answers that question, so let's move on to the next one, which is, what do you find to be the most difficult aspect of using YouTube, and what do you find the best? Well, in my case again, my schedule is pretty busy, and finding the time to record is one of the problems and struggles I have on YouTube. But yeah, it's one of the most annoying issues. And what do I find? It's just, I do like to create stuff, and making your own videos, you need to know a lot to do it. You need to record, you need to edit, you need to work around YouTube because it can be finicky as hell to get uploads on the right time and stuff like that. And I figured that out because I've been doing YouTube for a long time. But yeah, I hope that answered that question. I can't really answer that really good because what I don't like about YouTube changes every so often, and what I find the best, it depends a bit on my mood as well. Next question. What got you started with being a creator? That's actually, again, pretty easy to answer for me because that is YouTube in the first place. I saw a lot of people who inspired me to start recording, and I did do a lot of stuff in the past. And well, now we're going on this adventure with Mearendipity, and I think it's going really, really well, and I hope I can be a creator for far longer. That, as well as I just love to create stuff, and sharing it with the world via YouTube is one of the best ways to get your creations out there and especially get feedback on them. And on to the next question. Actually, I got this question twice, and it is, how did you come up with Mear as your in-game name? Well, actually, that's quite a funny story because I was trying to create a channel, and I was looking up just interesting words in English, and I came out, hang on, let me look this up. I think it's serendipity, yeah, and it means the occurrence and development of events by chance in a happier, beneficial way, and I think that was quite suiting to have as a YouTube channel. So then I changed a few letters around to make it a bit more easy for me, and as well to just be called, because serendipity is quite long, so I changed it to Mearendipity and then Mear for short. That's quite easy, and yeah, that's just the backstory about it. There's not really anything else about it. I just looked up some cool words and picked one. Then the next one, and this is quite fitting actually, because this is, why don't you have a Google form that everyone in Discord or everyone in general can submit questions to? Funny you ask, because I have one. I made one for this Q&A and it turned out alright, so I'm gonna put a link down in the description. Every video, if you have any questions to ask me, you can just click the link, leave your question, and if I do ever do a Q&A or just feel like answering it, I will do it. So what you got to lose? You're just gonna ask me random stuff. It's fine by me. Anyway, next question. What's more comfortable to build for you in Minecraft? Is that big builds or small builds? And looking pretty or being effective? Well, I think you sum it up quite good actually, because for me in particular, there's not really a difference between big builds and small builds. It does get a lot more difficult to add detail to small builds, but I've done large scale builds and small builds, and I like both actually. And then looking pretty or being effective. I want it. What I want if I build something is for it to look pretty, but also be effective. So I try to combine those two whenever I try to. That's not mostly the most comfortable way, but that's the way I want to do it. And yeah, I really like building organics as well, but I don't really think you can call that builds. It's more of landscapes. But if you mean anything in Minecraft, I'll prefer. I don't really prefer anything as long as I can build something and it looks fancy and it does the job. It's good for me to build. Then, next question. What are the top 3 places in the world you want to visit and why? Ooh, that's quite. I got a few in mind. Hang on, I really want to see Japan, and I think that's quite obvious because I've done manga and anime in the past, and I'm quite just generally interested in the culture there, and I just really want to visit it because it's on the other side of the world, and I don't really. Yeah, that's all the reasons I have for that. I also want to visit Australia at least once, which has kind of the same reason. It's just the culture that's quite interesting, and I really want to see before. Well, yeah, I really just want to visit that place. Same with Japan. And the last thing is, I think I want to. Yeah, if I have to pick one other place, it will probably be New York. Because New York is quite big and quite. I think it has a lot of the American culture as well. Well, more of the business life. But it's quite an awesome city and there's quite a lot of do in it, and I really want to visit it. Oh, actually, this London is also on that list for the same reason as New York. It's just a cool city and I want to visit it. I hope that answers your questions. Those places, they change every so often, so don't worry about if I answer this differently in another time. But on to the next one, and that is, which is your favorite Pokemon? And that's a good question. Let me think about that. I've been a long time Pokemon fan, and I always had 2 in mind that like switched up every so often for my favorite Pokemon. And if I have to choose one right now, I'll go with my classic, which is like the first one I think was pretty awesome, and that's Gruden. I don't know if I pronounced that right. We pronounce it different here in Belgium, but I hope that explains it a little bit. I hope you know what Pokemon I'm talking about. It's like the big legendary red one. He's quite awesome, and I really like the design of him. The second, which switches every so often with Gruden, is Pikachu, of course, because who doesn't like Pikachu? Anyway, next question. If you were cast into an anime, what kind of character would you want to play? Ooh, anime. Oh, luckily you didn't ask which one was my favorite anime, because we would be here for a while. What kind of character would I play? That's quite a difficult question, because there's quite a lot of different characters, and they mostly depend on the story on which I want to play or not. But I think in general, if I want to go with how what my thoughts are on the characters, it wouldn't be the main character, because I think they have too much sadness in their life mostly. Well, in most of the animes I watch, because that makes it kind of enjoyable to watch, to see them get redemption, all that stuff. There are some good animes where the main character is, well, happy and living free and carelessly, and those are some good anime as well. But mostly the main character squads. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. My favorite character. I'll probably play like the buddy of the main character, which is mostly like the side character, like the helpful friend. That would be something that fits with me, I think. I don't want to be in the spotlight, but I want to be really close to it. That sums it up right there. Second character, friend to the main character. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Next question is, what was your favorite? Well, what was your first gaming device? And that was, if you don't count a laptop, because that was actually my parents. The first one I owned myself was a Nintendo DS. With the first game I ever got was Pokemon Diamond, so that's Pokemon again. And the DS is pretty good. I eventually upgraded it to the 3DS, and then I mostly moved on to PC. But I really want to get a Switch right now because, oh my god, I want to play Breath of the Wild. And I still haven't had a chance for it, but I want to play it at least once. Next question. What? That's weird. That's a weird question. Why would you ask that? What would you do if you found a penguin in the freezer? I don't know. Give it to the zoo? Well, I don't see how a penguin could get in the freezer. Like, huh? If I found a penguin... Okay, I've got two options for this. One, somebody's pulling a prank on me, or secondly, I'll be dreaming. If it's option one, that wouldn't be a real penguin. Option two, that would be a real penguin but I'm dreaming, so I would just slap myself and get out of the dream. First option, I hope I can get the person back and prank him back then, because putting a penguin in the freezer is quite of an elaborate prank. Next question. If you could have a machine that produces $100 for life, how much would you be willing to pay for it? Actually, I don't want to own that machine, which might sound kind of weird, but producing free money, well, you should be paying for it, but it's not something I want to do. I want to have anything to do with. It sounds kind of illegal, but other than that, I don't think it's fair for the people who do have to work and get their money, and society is unfair as it is already, so I don't want to make it any unfair. Hope that makes a little bit of sense. I think most of you would have an other opinion on it, but I don't care. You asked for my opinion in this video. No, I'm just being mean now. If you have anything else to say on that subject, just put it down in the comments. Go discuss it. I think it will be fun. Next question. What is the most useless talent you have? That's... Well, I think that would be I can solve a Rubik's Cube. Is that weird? Well, it's useless. I can say that at least. Next question. Who is the most inspirational person to you? Well, it's kind of a difficult question to answer. If I have to pick one person, that would be I think it's kind of cliche, but I will go with Jacksepticeye, and not for the reason of he became very famous. Oh god, no. Just for the simple reason that in becoming so very famous, he stick to the same stuff every time. He didn't change because he got famous. And that's quite a hard thing to do, to stay the same even though you get more out there and people start liking you and you want to change the things that they don't like about you. but he just stays completely the same person, gets more confident, and he's just an awesome person. So yeah, next question. Where would you most like to live? I don't think I have really decided on it. No. I don't really can't get an image of how or where I want to live. And that just depends on who you're gonna live, if you're gonna live alone, all that stuff. That's way in the future for me, so I don't want to think about that much. Hope it doesn't disappoint you in any way. I'll just go ahead and answer the next question. Who would you choose to be marooned on a desert island with? I think that would be one of my best friends, which I won't call by the name, if that's alright by you guys, because that's kind of personal. Yeah. But I think it's better to be with a friend, somebody who you can cooperate with, and to maybe get out of the desert island. I think that's unfair. Next question. How and when did you develop your art style? Well, I don't think I've developed a specific art style yet, actually, so I don't know how I should answer this question, but if you're looking to make your own art style, I would say just don't stress over it too much. Just draw what you like to draw. I like to draw anime and manga, so I just draw it. And there's also always things you will do in a similar way, and if you notice them, that's actually you noticing your own art style. Well, to me it is, and I don't really think I've got to the point where I'm like, that's how I always draw this, or that's how I always draw that, or that's what I always do. There's also like some kinds of characteristics in your drawings that need to return. Well, they don't need to return, but it's a difficult subject, your art style. But I don't think I've developed mine yet. I'm not even that good of a drawer, yeah. I'm not a really great artist after all. And then we unfortunately come to the last question, which is, what are your plans for the next season of VentureKraft? And I know there has been some talk among the creators of maybe moving to another server, which will be still part of VentureKraft, but will be only for creators access, which is kind of has its ups and its downs, its pros and its cons, but we're not 100% sure on that. And if I want to say anything about what my builds are gonna be, because I think that's what you mean by my plans, I've got some kinds of plans, but I don't want to spill the beans on them yet. There's still this season of VentureKraft that is going on. I've got loads of stuff planned, and I hope we'll keep this season going for quite some time. Well, just a lot longer than it's going on right now. And yeah, that was actually the last question that I received. I think I got really a load of questions in a short amount of time. I didn't expect it. Actually, we got 20 questions. So yeah, if you want me to do this again, just hit that like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hope you liked it. And if wait, I already said that. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, bye.